New on Curiosity Stream.
From time to time, we have collisions between asteroids and the Earth.
We track them, we study them, we hope the big one never comes. Don't look up, it's Asteroid Rush. And alligators. They rarely get sick. They even outlasted the dinosaurs. Could they hold the secret to human longevity?
Their blood could have antibacterial applications.
Wade into the investigation on immortal alligators. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.
What's up? It's your boy, The Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Hey, Jeff on the White Ted's Meat and Potatoes has people's quirky eating habits. First time, though, for a few emails from the men's room at KISW.com. I'm going to leave a frog in my throat. I'm going to see how long I can keep it there. Not going away. One from today, subject is genitals. Have any white people brought up their bright red genitalia? There are people out there with cherry red genitals.
That's what I'm saying when I say mine are darker because they're redder.
You talking about the berries or the twig?
Kind of both.
Really? The twigs didn't figure into this conversation, at least for me, anyway.
Wait, about genitalia? We've been talking about berries the whole time?
I know, I was going straight penis.
Oh.
The whole thing.
But I'll check my berries, too.
The whole unit.
I'm pretty sure my berries are like the darkest part of my body.
I was wearing some jorts one time. Without underwear.
Mm-hmm.
And we were sitting by a fire, and my buddy said, and there was like a hole in him. He said, hey, let me take a picture of that and send it off. So we sent it to a group of friends and said, out here having a ball. But most of the replies were, why are they so red?
So they're okay. So Christopher, you're not wrong.
It's like Bozo was peeking out of your shorts.
Right. Can you imagine getting that text from two of your buddies at midnight?
Did you send it to dudes or
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe somebody's wife, but we must have known her very well.
Okay. Don't think that they didn't show.
I don't care.
You're right. Mm-hmm. Look at my bright red testicle.
Like, right, if I send them a picture of my testicles, I'm not shocked they shared it with their wives. But I feel like it's crossing a line, and I'm like, oh yeah, let's add his wife in there.
Yeah. That's the dirt. I will show her.
Even my daughter,
but you got to send it to me.
Even my daughter's like, look, Dad, look at this.
Right.
Like, oh God.
She showed you?
I mean, yes, she showed me the picture on her phone where I was just like, Jesus Christ.
Oh, we still talking about that guy?
Yeah, we are. Today is my son's 18th birthday. I'll never get that image burned down in my head. His name is Garth, also graduating from Kent Ridge High School. Way to go, class of 2022. So can he get a fish sandwich? And the Dirty German's talking about what it's going to be like to turn 18. Thanks, guys. Keep on rocking. Love you guys. That from Christina.
Fish sandwich.
Yeah, now that you're 18, make sure that whoever you have sexy time with is your age or older. You will get charged as an adult now.
Yeah, so the thing is now you can finally go by your true name, Girth.
Girth Brooks?
I can't hear Garth now without thinking about Girth Brooks.
I know.
Yes. Should do a Girth Brooks movie marathon over the weekend.
Yeah. He does have friends in low places. They call his testicles.
Cherry red.
That thunder's coming from my butt.
Right?
I was wondering if you could wish my friend Kate a happy birthday. If possible, can I get you guys to talk all over yourselves about spotting the most beautiful girl at the bar?
Oh.
Okay.
I met Kate at a bus stop in Tequila 10 years ago. That's love. We've been friends ever since. Thanks. And listening to you guys every Monday through Friday on the Odyssey app. That from Fred, who says, Go Hawks. The most beautiful girl in the bar.
The most beautiful girl I spotted at the bar.
Probably the first thing
The
you do when you walk into the bar is
why
find the most beautiful
lifting
girl.
bar.
You could be selective about where you see it so that it's not super obvious that you're sharing that.
By the way, I'm impressed. You're putting up
It's not going home and do, but it doesn't matter.
Just question didn't leave, though. Why are you lifting in the bar?
Just requesting a birthday shout out to Renata down in the Lone Star State of Texas, a Microsoft colleague. Thank you, guys. That from Mark. Give Renata... your penis is too small.
Which is ironic because everything's bigger in Texas.
Well, guys, it's my husband Nick's 31st birthday. It'd be great if the Dirty Germans could wish him a happy birthday. Thank you, guys. That from Alyssa.
Yeah, I wish I could think of something to rhyme with Nick.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have to understand why we like it.
Big old. I have not got writer's block.
Yeah, it's Nick. Nick was a big old wasser pick.
Ooh, it is so girthy and thick. Let me see Nick's. And then, yeah.
Anybody use a water pick in here?
Yes.
You do? Like, fan?
What's that?
You a fan?
Yes.
They always ask, do you floss? And you lie. They ask you if you water pick now. So I say every once in a while.
It's funny. We were talking about that last week on the podcast. Some people was mixed reaction.
Got the water pick?
Are you a picker or not?
Yeah.
Guys, can you get my wife sent from iPhone? Hey, guys, me and my wife love the show. We listen on the Odyssey app now that we moved to Texas from Seattle. Can you give my wife a happy birthday shout-out? She'll be 35 today. Maybe a classic fish sandwich, a Leroy Jenkins, and the Dirty Germans talking about working remotely on the computer all day. Thanks, guys. That from your buddy Tragic.
2 Oregon fish sandwich.
Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah, I always work remotely when I'm on the computer. I simply hit start movie. Is it my hands or my pants?
Yeah, you know, I've gotten in trouble before for all the remote work I do. She was like, just stay on one channel.
Quit fast forwarding.
See how it's only one commercial.
Yeah.
You'll forget about it. She's like, stop. 9.
Guys, I'm the big 4-0 today. Love you guys. Can I get your autographs, please? And cut that bitch off. And maybe an uh-oh lookout. Thanks, guys. That from Peter in Puyallup.
Uh-oh, look out.
And one more from the birthdays. Guys, your show is simply the best on the radio. I never miss a day. Today is my 50th. I was hoping you guys could give me an OG fish sandwich, an uh-oh lookout, and the Dirty Germans talking about why I should be looking at my 50s as the new 30s. Thank you guys for being you. That from Bird Dog.
Fish sandwich.
Uh-oh, look out.
Yeah, in your 50s. Now you know, first of all, how it is you like to have the sexy time. Unlike in your 30s or you experimented. Now you know. Also, the beauty being in your 50s. Women in their 50s, they don't look so old to you anymore.
Yeah, see, that's the big thing is medicines. So pencils all work.
Yeah, it's a good time to be 50.
So yeah, people used to be scared of getting old. They were like, oh, how do I do the sex? Well, the worry over.
All right, guys, here we go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's world famous sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Mmm, Schweinefleisch.
Time to open wide and sample Ted's meat. And potatoes. Now, here's your host, head chef of the Men's Room, the Ted Nugent.
Head chef in the house.
Thank you, folks. Thank you. All right, so this is an interesting one here. Basically, they surveyed a bunch of people and just asked them their preferences on certain foods.
All right.
Right? Some of them are pretty easy. Some of them are highly debated hot topics.
Okay, hot topic.
Hot topics. That's what they call it. All right, let's talk about chili. Now, I think chili depends on, it's a regional thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So they asked people, do you prefer your chili with beans or without beans?
Without.
I think it depends on where you are, because sometimes it's ground beef. Sometimes it's beef chunks.
Do you want beans or not? I just don't. If they're in there, I will still eat the chili. I don't think it makes chili worse. It's just my choice. I don't want it.
I like it both ways.
I've heard
All right,
about
well,
yeah.
55% of people said with beans.
All right.
16% said without. 18% said no preference.
I think there's a place for both.
And 11 people said we don't like chili. Look, I grew up, our chili always had beans in it.
Me too.
Right? But then as I got older, you realize, like, Texas chili never has beans. Like you said, Mike's chili parlor, right? They have the chili, then the beans are on the side. So I could take it either way, but I think I've gotten to the point now, if I want a legit chili, get your damn beans out of it.
I think I was trying to feed a lot of people cheap with protein. Yeah. That's beans. So if you have a family,
right.
you make a big
Beans,
pot because you don't
rice.
have enough money to fill the whole thing with ground beef, and still a lot of protein, and it works well together.
I also think if you have cubes of beef in there, like I know that some people call it chili, but I feel like we're teetering into a stew now.
But isn't that Texas chili for the most part?
Not that I've had.
Yeah, not that
is it ground Texas chili?
A lot of it's ground, or a lot of it's pulled.
Okay, I mean, have you never had
pulled.
Texas Pete chili out of the can? That's about as authentic as you get.
I was
going to
say I have had that. It was ground. It was mushy. It's still good though. Great for hot dogs.
I think it's almost specifically for hot dogs.
Probably is.
I've never known anybody to crack open a can of Texas Pete chili and just go to town.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I know
Castleberry is pretty good too.
What's that?
Castleberry.
I know we have strong opinions in this room on this one. How do we prefer our salmon?
Me, either raw or smoked.
Miles?
Any way you give it to me.
All right, just to remind people, you have cooked.
What about anally?
And then you have lox, which is cured with salt.
Love it.
Okay, yeah, lox.
And then raw as sushi.
Yep.
Ooh, it is raw as sushi.
Mm-hmm.
48% said they prefer cooked salmon. 10% like it best as sushi. 5% said lox. 11% said no preference.
It's all different.
And then 26% of people don't want salmon. I'm with you, but this is one where I take all three.
I do too.
I like lox,
Sure, yeah.
I love sushi, and I like cooked.
No, me too.
Cooked salmon.
Yeah.
It also depends on how you cook it.
There's ways that are better. It's just once you cook it through, I don't know what it is about the salmon that changes the flavor so much, but I don't know. The taste of cooked salmon to me is horrible. But if it's raw, like I'll eat it like a goddamn grizzly bear.
My only thing is, maybe it's just something I did not grow up with. I don't, like Alderwood planks or whatever.
Yeah.
Never have I said, man, it tastes so much like wood. I love it.
Right.
Like wooded to me is not what, I don't mind the smokiness of what certain, the smoke it brings to certain
Well, that's
foods.
the idea. If you cook it on the plank, it should give you kind of a smoked flavor.
It ends up tasting like the wood. So to me, it's like, I just never thought, hey, I want some wood for dinner.
Yeah, you're not wrong, but I get it every time. They're like, it's cooked on a wood plank. Like, I'll take it.
It's like people do barbecue with an apple spray. I was thinking to myself, if I wanted apples, I'd eat an apple.
Also, the best salmon I ever had was when I was DJing a bat mitzvah.
I believe that, man.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm guessing that was lox.
No, it was cooked salmon.
Really?
Yeah, I can't remember if it was caramelized or something. Like, look, there's awesome salmon. We're in the
salmon capital of the world.
Yeah.
Salmon capital of the world, but I still think about the salmon when I was DJing.
Yeah.
Also might have been the first time I had it. All right. Chicken wings. Now, they have percentages of what people, like, what they prefer, but some people are just wrong. So 35% of them said with bones. Correct. That makes it a chicken wing. 34% said boneless wings. Your child, eat a chicken nugget. Which is fine. I love nuggets and tenders. 19% don't care, and 12% don't like wings. As many shots as I take about boneless wings, at the end of the day, right, I don't care. Like, I prefer bone in, but then sometimes you want them boneless. I'm like, all right, cool.
You're at the bar. You got a basket of food. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, whatever they got, I'll eat it.
I will say one thing that varies from the head chef on chicken wings versus boneless wings is that dry seasoning I love on chicken wings bone in. But if you're going to have boneless wings, you got to have a wet sauce, in my opinion.
Okay. No, I'm right there with it. I don't know why that is, but you're 100% correct.
Yeah, right?
If you dry rub boneless, I don't know why that bugs me.
Because it doesn't, there's no skin.
Yeah.
So it doesn't stick the same.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about bread. Which is kind of funny. People were asked whether they prefer white or wheat.
White.
41% said wheat. 35% said white. 19% don't care. 12% have more eclectic bread taste.
I have an eclectic bread palate.
Look, I don't think I have an eclectic taste, but if you ask me what's my favorite bread, I'd say sourdough.
Well, sure. And bread, depending on what you're having, wherever you are, there's a reason you have certain bread in certain places. You're going to have focaccia maybe if you're lucky at an Italian restaurant. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
If you ever try to make a focaccia sandwich, you can't get through 3 bites because it's so filling. It's too much.
I mean, I agree. Everyone can probably tell you their favorite bread, but the only question they ask, again, it's like, what's your favorite color? Someone says corduroy. Like,
yeah.
Okay, look, I'm sure you have a more sophisticated palate than white and wheat bread. Congratulations, you're a human being. They just said, which one of these?
I think it's easier to talk about. I think it's easier to talk about the bread you don't like.
Right.
You can
rattle those off.
Like ciabatta. It's easy to bash on Chewbacca. It sucks.
And it's so close to Chewbacca. It's my favorite Star Wars character.
When it comes to peanut butter, 48% want creamy.
Yes.
30% want crunchy. 12% are just fiends. They'll take peanut butter however they can get it.
I wish I was those people. I do.
And then, 10% just said, I have a nut allergy.
That's the problem. That's sorry. See, that would be the worst.
Thrill, as you've gotten, I shouldn't say older, you're 50 years old, but I feel like as I've gotten older, I can deal with crunchy.
I can't. Look, here's the difference, right? At this point in your life, with the exception of vegetables that I just straight up hate, you can tolerate what comes your way. It's just like you were saying with the bread. Like, if you're asking my preference, give me creamy peanut butter. If you make me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and it is crunchy, I'm not delighted, but I'm not going to, as a kid, I'm not eating it, right?
Correct.
Like,
I would say what?
Not eat it, not going to happen. I mean, hell, I wouldn't eat the crust on my bread as a kid. So there's things you don't love, but you're like, yeah, I can deal with this. Again, it's like the beans and the chili. I don't want them there, but if they're there, fine.
They talk about coffee. 51% of us add cream and sugar. 19% want it black. 7% said they don't care. 23% didn't answer. Well, they were tired. They didn't have coffee. Look,
I'm not answering that question.
I always say this. I drink black coffee, Americanos all during the week. But like a sweet coffee is delicious.
Yes, it is.
You got the sweet cream at Starbucks yet?
God.
No, I've got to do that.
Just remember to ask for sweet cream.
Mike introduced me to the sweet cream, and it is.
I know. My buddy does the same thing.
I get an iced coffee with a sweet cream.
Yeah. Man, that's good. Alcohol. 18% said they prefer beer. 17% wine. 16% liquor. 5% spiked seltzers. Another 5% alcohol ciders. And then here's the best one. 7% said, we'll drink anything you put in front of us.
Sure. Yeah, you would. Go to somebody else.
That's the truth of it. But yeah, I have a preference. It's what,
I'm not going to say no. You only have wine.
Like it's
look, I know a ton of people that rarely drink beer, right? Mm-hmm. They just drink cocktails or spirits.
Sure.
But at a sporting event, it's like, let's go to beer.
Yeah.
Like, right, you want some booze.
Thank you, Head Chef. We appreciate it. You are listening to The Men's Room.
New on Curiosity Stream.
With my infrared drone, I can see what others can't.
Drone pilot Doug Thron uses his bird's eye view for the ultimate good, saving animals from desperate situations around the globe. Join the rescue effort on a new season of Doug to the Rescue. And
You captured a Confederate steamboat?
We're taking the ship to freedom.
an enslaved crew, a stolen vessel, and a Civil War dash to salvation on impossible escapes. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Hey, all of it, thank you so much for listening to the Men's Room Podcast.
And thanks to our pals at the Advocates Law Firm for being great partners. Yes, even you, creepy Kyle.
Seriously, though, if you'd been injured as a result of somebody else in your car, on your bike, walking across the street, talk to our friends at the Advocates Law Firm and let them help you out.
Yeah, they're the best injury lawyers around, and they want to make sure that you're not taken advantage of. Plus, your first consultation is free.
It's simple. You get injured, the advocates get results. Contact them today at advocateslaw.com.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
All right, coming up in just minutes, we'll drink and toast with a shot today. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. First, quick check out Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
All right, in order to protect bees under the Endangered Species Act, California has ruled the insects as a type of fish.
You might as well. Remember when tomatoes were deemed a fruit, and ketchup was deemed a vegetable, ketchup was deemed a vegetable for school lunches.
Right.
You just opened the floodgates of...
Pizza was a vegetable for school lunches.
I thought it was the ketchup, or was it the tomato sauce?
I think
that counts it as a vegetable, right.
Yeah.
So once you do something that stupid, it's like, right, expect this.
Right.
You just open the floodgates of insanity.
And away we go. Why can't we just put
bees on the goddamn list?
Like
they say, well,
we can't put insects. We know that insects, while annoying, serve a purpose.
They do. But the whole thing is, I said, well, there's different laws on the books, and I understand that, but these are some of the lawmakers trying to, it's like, take that pen.
You're the legal people.
Guys to do it.
Right.
If you don't like it, change it.
Right.
That's all. You can even put it to a vote. I bet you most people in California, their vote would be, I don't care, but yeah, we know the bees ain't fish.
Thanks to Gen Z, Crocs, Columbia, Nike, and Doc Martens are all coming back in style.
When was Nike not in style?
Thank you.
When were Crocs? People that love
All
Crocs
those.
have always
They've always been around.
And let's think about Crocs. Crocs, I don't know that Crocs have ever been or will ever be in style.
Stylish,
but people
yeah.
that they won't be stylish. But people that like Crocs, they're going to wear the Crocs.
What were the other brands? Nike, Crocs,
Columbia, Doc Martens. Like Doc Martens, I can understand that they may
Columbia,
be cycled
Doc
out.
Martens. I can fathom a little bit
because and look, I don't know. I'm a rock dude, so Doc Martens have always been a part.
here, sure.
Chuck Taylors have always been a part. Vans have always been a part of it. I didn't know, and I mean this seriously. Doc Martens specifically, the people outside of the rock/punk world,
right? I feel
cared
like
about Doc Martens anyway.
I feel like it's one of those things where they were never shunned. They just kind of started moving towards the back of the closet, and now it's like, you know what? Let's bring these guys, these bad boys back.
Part of the problem with Doc Martens is they eventually are the most comfortable shoe you will ever own.
Takes
no kidding.
But yeah, because the break-in period, and people,
it's like buying a puppy.
It's worth it. Seriously, they will be the most comfortable shoes you have ever owned in your life. But to get there, it's like fire walking.
Yeah, talk to me, because my lady, for whatever reason, it takes her 12 minutes to take off her doggone boots every time we go out and she's wearing them.
Is that the white ones?
Yes, they go all the way up her doggone knee.
Those white boots are cool as ass.
Oh, yeah, she
they're
loves
cheap,
them.
too.
They look great on her, too, but freaking A.
Also, be careful of the sizes.
Yes.
That's one thing you got to try those bad boys on. Mm-hmm. If you can get in them. Get a shoehorn.
Oh, boy. This one hurts. More than a third of Americans making at least $250,000 a year are saying that they're living paycheck to paycheck.
A third?
A third. A third of people, of Americans making $250,000 a year say they live paycheck to paycheck.
Well,
I must be doggone Iron Man.
Well, it's not that. It's generally speaking, if you live in a place that Seattle, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Chicago, New York City, where $250 is not outrageous amount of money, you live in a place that's also really expensive to live.
Right.
If you make $250 a year and you live in Kansas City,
you're doing great.
You're in a pool. You paid off your house.
You're at 50 a year. You shouldn't be living.
No, you should
I'm
not.
not good with money, but come on, you're making $250,
right?
Because paycheck to paycheck's like, I'm out of money if I don't have my next paycheck,
right?
Like, what are you spending it on?
I mean, I understand that when you make more money, you do spend up to your limit. Unless you're incredibly disciplined,
It should still be relative. You still have more money on the backside of it.
You know, that's we can have this conversation all day. There's a Chevron station in L.A. charging, wait for it, $8.05 for regular gas.
Ouch! I hope people just aren't going there.
Right? I did, yeah.
I mean,
it's L.A.
I mean, it is L.A. Everyone's driving, but still.
Mm-hmm. This comes to us via BuzzFeed. It says celebrities are easy to criticize because they're always in the spotlight, but sometimes they're fighting battles that you don't see, and that brings us to
the Men's Room Top 10.
Oh yeah.
The Men's Room Top 10.
10 celebrities you might not know have a chronic illness, like Charlie Brown. He went bald at 8 years old.
Don't make fun of alopecia, VD. What's wrong with you, man?
So let's play a game here. I will name the celebrity, and you guys see if you know what chronic illness that they are going through. Okay?
Guess the disease.
Guess the disease.
Oh,
what a fun
time!
Fun time!
It's really fun when you're wrong.
One that we've talked about plenty here in the late, as of late. Pete Davidson. Anybody know what he's got going on?
Crohn's.
Bingo. He has Crohn's disease and also borderline personality disorder.
That is on full display. Did you know the Crohn's or did you just guess?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I feel like Crohn's. Not that you want Crohn's.
His
I just
sex
feel like
tape is a little different.
But it's not the worst.
It just seems like the one that famous people have.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it's just because I live in Seattle.
It's the rich disease.
Who are you thinking?
McCready.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So maybe I'm just so used to hearing about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I felt bad because
I know a few people.
Obviously, the lady likes him because all the ladies like him, and I was like, "What's going on with the dark circles under his eyes?" He has Crohn's. Oh, I feel terrible.
No, it's part of his BDE, I think.
Anything? Gotcha. Good time. At number 9, how about Kim Kardashian? What does she got going on? What is her chronic
What
illness?
Kim Kardashian
What is
have?
She'd never tell you. Like you have to read this in the tabloids. Herpes is not a bad guy.
Not a bad guy.
Well, he said she'd never tell you.
Right.
Okay, all right.
Well, there's nothing wrong with her. If you ask her, there's nothing wrong with her, other than her anxiety and whatnot that she probably and the stress that all she goes through.
I'm a Tad, man. I feel like it's something venereal.
It is not actually. Kim Kardashian has psoriasis.
Huh. Okay.
All right.
A lot of lotion in her.
Well, I'm sure that she can afford some product.
Right. You got
So whatever the best medicine is.
That's what I'm saying. You never know because
But
if
you
she's
go
got it,
to
it's
her
going to be
shower,
your best kept
you
secret.
spend the night with her, and then you look and she's got Denorex. You're like, oh, you're just like me. Regular person.
Right.
What's Denorex?
It's a dandruff shampoo.
If you have like super bad dandruff, I believe it is.
Well, it's just the strongest one, I think.
Okay.
That you can buy over the counter.
It's
Maybe
a little
there's
more
stronger one
medicinal
now.
than just a standard lotion sort of a thing. Yeah.
Do you remember their old commercials? It would show a guy or a woman, right? And they're talking about Denorex, whatever their deal is. Then it comes to the scene where they're in the shower, lathering up their head. And it's like, ooh, it has a tingle. Now, maybe it's just me, but I'm like, I don't trust that.
No. It's the tea tree. Because when I had hair, I would get dandruff, so I would use tea tree shampoo.
And it has
it
tingle?
tingles.
It tingles.
It's like, it's like putting a piece of gum on your head.
Is it basically burning the dead skin off your head?
I don't know what it's doing, but it's definitely not doing something that's not aggressive and abrasive.
Right.
So, like, it's not just leaving it alone.
It's
If
the
you just-
Listerine
where you-
of the shampoo world.
Someone else would just regularly just wash it with water and let your natural oils take care of it. This is just going in like you're cleaning your toilets.
Gotcha.
I will say this. I find Kim Kardashian very attractive.
Sure.
But, man, I wonder how long her, morning routine is. She's so on point with, the makeup and the skin.
Mm-hmm. How late are you going to be at everything that you need to go to?
I don't think you're late. I think she starts early. So
Okay,
if we
so
have
you
to
think
be there
she's
at
punctual?
9 a.m.
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying,
It's her job to be punctual, right? Because she's not really a performer where you'll wait for Axl Rose or Kanye to take the stage because, one, that's what they're going to do, but that you paid money for this. Kim Kardashian, if you don't buy her products, she generates income by other means. So I get the feeling when she makes appearances, she seems very professional.
I'm sure if you watch the Kardashians on Hulu, you will know all about her morning routine.
Oh my God!
Oh, nice.
Celebrities you might not know have a chronic illness. Number 8, Anthony Anderson. Anybody knows what he goes through?
Is he type 1?
2.
Type 2. Okay,
Type
I knew
2
he was type 1.
Why'd you guess that? He got the sugars.
Type 2. Okay. All right.
Oh, man. How about number 7, Nick Jonas? Anybody know what he goes through?
Oh, man. He even
Nick
did a
Jonas.
commercial, I think, to say what it is.
Yep.
Hi, I'm Nick Jonas.
Because he
I
actually founded an organization.
Premature ejaculation.
Oh, Lordy.
I'm Nick Jonas. Damn it. I've seen the commercial. I don't remember.
That's yours. That's type 1 there, Ted.
What's
okay.
that? He's type 1.
Oh,
He's had type 1 diabetes since he was 13. He was the founder of the organization Beyond Type 1.
Okay.
So type 1 is the one that you're born with. Type 2 is the one where as your body changes, not good. Number 6, Lil Wayne. What is the chronic illness that Lil Wayne suffers
He's
from?
epileptic.
Ugly.
Correct. He is epileptic. He has epilepsy and has suffered multiple seizures,
Yes, he has.
which I've never seen a show. I've never seen a video of it shows. I got to assume
Apparently,
that
the lean triggers.
I was going to say,
It does.
that was my question. I thought he drank so much cough syrup that's what was
That's
causing
right.
the
Like,
seizures.
that's, yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, I want to say this wasn't something he dealt with in his younger days, but when he discovered the old syrup in the amount that he consumed, and he's pretty open about it. Like, man, I drink that stuff who was that? Chris Farley snorted cocaine. Right? There's no time off is what I do. But yeah, it led to.
Well, Ted will tell you with the gout, it brings it on.
Sure.
And if you know something brings that on, like type 2 diabetes,
avoid it.
like sugar and sodas and all these things,
right?
You know the way to get there,
right?
Same thing. This is not good. I know a lot of my family members of mine that are epileptic, right?
Sure.
They don't get seizures all the time, but I know the triggers when they do, which is a lot of sugar at one time.
No kidding.
Yes. So that's one of those things as far as putting someone over the top.
You hear about the blinking lights and all that. I didn't know
There's
that
all
that
kinds of different things
overdump of
depending on where.
Well, they have to warn you about the blinking lights because you're not in control of that. So hey, the food, we assume you have curated your own diet to prevent this, but we have to let you know that there's lots of flashing lights, etc.
Gotcha. Okay. Number 5 of the celebrities that you might not know have a chronic illness, George Clooney. Anybody know what he goes through?
I mean, I'm sure it's bad, but he's
probably
George Clooney.
Eternally good looking.
Yeah,
it's impossible for him to be ugly or
small
not kind
penis,
of charming.
syndrome. I hope it's that.
This one, honestly, is a little bit borderline because this isn't a virus or a sickness that he goes through. He has chronic pain from a fall in 2005 that tore the outer layer around his spine. He's had surgery, but still deals with the pain around 3 times a week.
Yeah, but back pain. Injury. Yeah,
right.
It's not an illness.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I lack sympathy, but I'm like, that you're not sick, you're injured.
Right. If I have a pin in my femur, I'm going to feel
If
that.
you only have one arm, like the drummer in Def Leppard, you don't have a disease.
You don't have a disease.
You don't have an illness.
You have phantom pains.
You just don't have an arm.
Ain't nothing wrong with you, son.
I'm not saying you don't have phantom pains. That's probably true.
Right. Celebrities you might not know have a chronic illness. Number 4, Bella Hadid. Anybody know what Bella Hadid has?
I don't know, a lot of money.
Hurts her back from going to the bank.
Heartburn. I don't know.
Heartburn?
Say, what brand did her dad start?
Oh, Lord, I don't even know. Believe it or not, Miles' biggest fear, she has Lyme disease.
Oh, no kidding. That's a bad one.
This pain caused her to give up her dream of being a professional horseback rider and a chance to go to the Olympics.
Yeah, her life's really taking a turn for the worse.
Those bugs aren't messing around.
She's going down hard.
Can you be born with that, or do you have to get bit by a tick?
I'm not going to make a speculation on that one.
Between that and a mosquito, there's people going, ooh, spider. Ooh, I could be bit by this. No, those are two that you...
Ticks, man.
They could kill you.
Yeah, man. Number 3, Will.i.am. You might know him from the Black Eyed Peas. What does Will.i.am suffer from as far as a chronic illness?
An ability to say William.
Will.i.am.
Will.i.am. This is another one where it's not an illness, it's a condition.
Did he bring it on, or did he...
ADHD.
Oh.
It's a disorder, I should say.
Okay, well,
What's he got?
ADHD.
That's not unusual for people who are
What's he
creative.
got?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Damn it, Ted.
I think if you ran a test on most creatives, you would find
a lot of
88
that activity.
Oh,
pretty
sure. You bet Tommy Lee is like one of the biggest ones, man. He's all over the
We said
dugout.
talent. People are talented.
Oh, fair enough. Number 2, how about Bono? What chronic illness does Bono suffer from?
Smugness.
Yeah, smugness. It's a big cloud of smug.
I'm trying to think of something that the Irish have.
Let me give you a hint. He probably smokes a lot of weed for it.
Anxiety?
No, he's got the glaucoma.
Oh, we forget. That was the original one.
That's why he wears the sunglasses.
Correct. It's why he wears the sunglasses to
It's a
help with the
beautiful
light
day, but he doesn't.
sensitivity.
Everything looks like
Oh, I always forget he has a reason. I thought he was just trying to look cool.
I mean,
Yeah, when you're on that level.
All right, and finally, the number 1 celebrity that you might not know has a chronic illness. What is Selena Gomez suffering through?
Oh, she's got something bad.
Inability to age.
No, Selena Gomez.
I think she had something removed from her.
Dr. House is probably her biggest fan because she has lupus.
I have heard that.
Which led to her having a kidney transplant in 2017, and she also has bipolar disorder.
That's a lot.
Fun times.
That's a lot
Good
for
job,
being that
Selena
young.
Gomez. For real, man.
Yeah.
A woman in Alabama stopped traffic, but you will never guess why.
Why?
Tell you all about it at 1 hour, 5:50.
5:50 is the exact right time. Yes. And in the meantime, we will drink a toast for the shot of the day. Let's get a contestant on the line for Profile This in the meantime at 206-421-ROCK. All right.
New on Curiosity Stream.
From time to time, we have collisions between asteroids and the Earth.
We track them, we study them, we hope the big one never comes. Don't look up, it's Asteroid Rush. And alligators. They rarely get sick, they even outlasted the dinosaurs. Could they hold the secret to human longevity?
Their blood could have antibacterial applications.
Wade into the investigation on immortal alligators. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.